Long before cities, before agriculture, before written history, humans lived in a world that was far more dangerous and unpredictable than anything we know today. Among the most fascinating of these ancient humans were the Neanderthals. They lived across Europe and parts of Asia for hundreds of thousands of years. They survived brutal winters, hunted massive Ice Age animals, and built communities that helped each other survive. To understand how they lived, we must imagine a completely different world. A world where survival depended on strength, cooperation, and constant awareness of danger. Imagine waking up inside a cold cave during the Ice Age. The wind howls outside. Snow covers the landscape. The temperature is far below freezing. Inside the cave, a small group of Neanderthals gathers around a fire. The fire is everything. It provides warmth, protection from predators, and a place to cook food. Without fire, survival in such conditions would be nearly impossible. The Neanderthal family begins their day early. Food is their greatest concern. Unlike modern humans who can simply go to a store, Neanderthals had to hunt or gather every meal they ate. Some members of the group prepare stone tools. Sharp stone flakes are carefully shaped into cutting tools and spear tips. These tools are essential for hunting and butchering animals. The hunters prepare to leave the cave. Hunting during the Ice Age was extremely dangerous. The animals they hunted were enormous. Woolly mammoths, giant deer, wild horses, and massive bison roamed the frozen plains. These animals were powerful and capable of killing a human with a single strike. But Neanderthals were strong. In fact, their bodies were built for this harsh environment. They had thick bones, powerful muscles, and wide chests that helped them conserve heat in cold climates. Their strength allowed them to hunt large animals at close range. Unlike modern hunters who use long-distance weapons, Neanderthals often had to approach their prey directly. They used heavy wooden spears to attack animals up close. This required incredible courage and teamwork. A hunting group might spend hours tracking an animal through snow. They followed footprints, broken branches, and subtle signs in the landscape. When they finally found their prey, the most dangerous moment began. The hunters would surround the animal. Some would distract it while others moved closer with spears. Then the attack would begin. The animal would fight desperately for survival. Many Neanderthals were injured during hunts. In fact, many fossilized skeletons show signs of broken bones that had healed over time. This suggests something very important about Neanderthal society. They cared for each other. An injured hunter who could not walk or hunt would not survive alone. But evidence shows that injured individuals were supported by their group. They were fed and protected while recovering. This level of social care shows that Neanderthals were not primitive creatures. They had compassion and cooperation within their communities. After a successful hunt, the group returned to the cave with their prize. The meat would be shared among everyone. Nothing from the animal would be wasted. The meat provided food. The bones could be used as tools. The hides were used for clothing and shelter. During the Ice Age, warm clothing was essential. Neanderthals used animal skins to protect themselves from freezing temperatures. These hides were carefully cleaned and prepared. Although their clothing was simple, it was effective. Life inside the cave was not only about survival. There is evidence that Neanderthals also had culture. Some archaeological discoveries show that they used pigments and decorated objects. There's also evidence that they buried their dead. Burial practices suggest that they may have had beliefs about death or spirituality. For many years, scientists believed Neanderthals were less intelligent than modern humans. But modern research tells a different story. Their brains were actually as large as, or sometimes even larger than, the brains of modern humans. They were capable of planning hunts, making complex tools, and maintaining social bonds. Despite their strength and intelligence, Neanderthals eventually disappeared. Around 40,000 years ago, they vanished from the Earth. Scientists still debate the exact reason. Some believe climate changes made survival more difficult. Others believe competition with modern humans played a role. There is also evidence that Neanderthals and modern humans interbred. In fact, many people today carry small amounts of Neanderthal DNA. This means that part of their legacy still lives inside us. Their story is not just about extinction. It is about resilience. For hundreds of thousands of years, Neanderthals survived one of the harshest environments humans have ever faced. They hunted massive animals. They cared for their injured. They raised families and built communities. Their fires once burned across vast frozen landscapes. Today those fires are gone. But the story of the Neanderthals remains written in bones, stone tools, and ancient caves. And in a small way, their story continues within us, because the struggle for survival, cooperation, and adaptation is part of what makes us human. The world of the Neanderthals may be gone, but their legacy remains a powerful reminder of humanity's deep and ancient past.